You know, I struggled in school. I was the kid who spent most of the day chilling out with the janitor in the hallway, right? I was the kid in middle school who had such a hard time keeping his mouth shut that I grew up on a first-name basis with Shirley, the receptionist, in the principal's office. And I was the kid in high school who had such a hard time learning to read that I spent most of my high school days hiding in the bathroom to escape reading out loud with tears streaming down my face. I was diagnosed with dyslexia, or a language-based learning disability, in 4th grade. I was diagnosed with ADD, or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, in 5th grade. And I dropped out of school for a year in 6th grade. I was a kid who believed that because I was different, I was deficient. That I was the stupid, crazy, and lazy kid. And you can imagine by the time I re-enrolled in high school, there were a lot of low expectations that surrounded me. I was told by my dad that I would probably be a high school dropout. And I was told by a teacher, unfortunately, that I would most likely end up in jail or incarcerated. But you know what? I beat those odds, transcended those low expectations. I want to spend my time with you talking about what are the things, investments, commitments that help young folks like me beat those low expectations and prove them wrong. And in my life, it was really 3 things. I'm here today because of multiple teachers, but I want to tell you about one of them. A guy named Father Young. Met Father Young at a tipping point in my life where I could have went left, but I went right. First college before Brown, Marymount University. Went there on soccer scholarship. Thought I was a dumb jock. Couldn't be anything but that. And on the first day on campus, the soccer coach made us go around to the different departments and listen to the presentations. And I went around and I didn't listen to anything until I got to the English department. And the chair of the department, Father Young, was up there talking about literature and learning like his head was on fire. And I was moved. So I went up to him afterwards and I said, Father Young, you moved me. I think I might want to be an English major here at LMU, but I don't know if I can do it. I don't read well, I don't write well, I don't spell well. And the guy looked right at me and said, I believe in you. Some of the most gifted thinkers in the world, W.B.H., John Irving, they were thinkers like you. You can do this. So I was changed. That moment, I walked across campus to the other side, to the Dean of Academic Enrollment. I walked into that guy's office, and I said, I'm gonna study me some English literature here at LMU, right? It is game time, let's do this, And that guy, he pulled out my file, right? The Individualized Education Plan, the IEP, right? NSA, KGB, got nothing on the IEP, okay? They've been doing deep intel on me my whole life. It ain't good news in that file. It's this thick. He flips through it, he laughs, and he says, English literature, I won't approve that major. You should consider something less intellectual. So I was deflated like a balloon. Back to the kid in the hallway. Walked back across campus to Father Young and said, not gonna be an English major. And he said, why? I said, that guy thinks it's too hard because of my disabilities. Father Young was real quiet. Then he looked at me and he said, in a way that only an old school Jesuit can, he said, well, son, I guess you're just gonna have to prove that bastard wrong. And the next day I enrolled in 4 English literature classes. And that guy who told me I should consider something less intellectual, let's just say that he has an autographed copy of both of my books on his desk right now, right? I was a kid who believed that because I was different, I was deficient. That I was the stupid, crazy, and lazy kid. But I've come to believe to my core that these things that we have labeled to be deficiencies or disorders aren't that. They are differences in the truest sense of the word. And the thing that really disables individuals is the way that those differences are treated by others. A foundation of my journey of change was a deep commitment to not just fixing kids' problems, but finding and celebrating and scaling their strengths. And if you listen to any journey of change by somebody like me who grew up in the hallway, it's all about finding that thing that they are good at. I want to spend my time celebrating the potential of those kids who learn and live differently. Every single human being has a strength, talent, or interest that you can find and you can build a life on. Find your strengths and compensate for your weaknesses.